Hello, this is Maria from visasinportugal.com. Today I have another video for you, and because it's Monday, we are going to answer all your questions that you sent us by email or left in the comments of the videos of last week. Last week we have discussed family reunion in Portugal and also D9, which is digital nomad working remotely. So if this is information you like, hit subscribe, say you love it, and we go from there. Because you ask, I got your back. Let's go. Okay, so what questions do I have today for you? So, Maria, how long are wait times for golden visa applicants? This is a very good one. Is it still 2 years if you're lucky? Okay, I have clients that we have submitted golden visa in 2021. Some have went to the biometrics, but they haven't received the card. Others have received the card. It's crazy. Now, what can I say about the golden visa? Well, I may say that they are going to expedite those golden visa applications. They are going to approve it or not and expedite the residency card because this went too far. But those that apply for golden visa today are not having the same waiting periods of the ones that applied in 2021, 2022. Why? Because those who have applied in 2021, 2022, 2023 were still with the waiting list from since COVID. So the waiting list was so big and they were still there, but now they're not. So those who applied today are going to have a different experience than the ones that applied 4 years ago, okay? If we only have our savings, but we do not have passive income or a remote job, what type of visa can a family of four could apply for? This is a very good one. Very, very good question. Very good question. So, passive income is D7. D7 is the one for passive income. But you say, Maria, I don't have monthly income coming every month. I have savings. What do they want to see? They want to see money coming into your Portuguese bank account. So if you have savings in a US account or a UK account, but you don't receive interest in that money that you're saving or anything like that, you can always send to the Portuguese account. Or you can do as some of our clients do. They have all the money. They sold their houses in the UK in this case. And they have all their money in a bank account in Portugal. They open a second bank account that it's like a branch of the first one in the same bank without paying any monthly fees. And every month they send the money for the monthly expenses. That way they can show passive income entering every month. And it's their savings, okay? And what type of visa family for? Okay. Like I said, D7, and it would be a D7 for the whole family, okay? How it works when a golden visa holder transitions to permanent residency. For example, when can you recover your investment? Okay, when you apply for permanent residency, you get permanent residency regardless if it's a golden visa, if it's a D7, if it's a D9, a D8, it doesn't matter. In that moment that you have a residency ID card for permanent residency, you don't have to show that you have means of subsistence, you don't need to prove your investment, you don't need to do any of that after you obtain the permanent residency because it's permanent, right? So in that moment, you will withdraw your investment, okay? Does the 7 days year requirement continue forever? Even after you convert it to PR and withdraw your investment, you can then manage your life the way it suits you better because you don't have a renewal, okay? The only thing that you do is you update your address within Portugal. If citizenship is a goal after 10 years, okay, must a golden visa holder have been spending more than 7 days a year in Portugal to be successful in obtaining nationality? Okay, now, citizenship, you have to show that you have ties to the country. I believe that a person that spends 7 days in the country has a hard time to prove that they have ties to the community, especially if those 7 days are spent, 14 days are spent in a hotel, right? But if you say, Maria, I bought property in Portugal, I pay electricity, gas, water, internet, so I have all those bills in my name, these are good connections to the country. Maria, I cannot afford buying a property in Portugal. Although if you are a golden visa holder, you can, right? But if you don't have a property, but you have, although you spend 14 days, you have a 1 year lease, a rental property, right? that shows that you have ties to the community. It really depends on the circumstances. That's why I always refer, these videos are very good, but you have your own circumstances. So book a meeting with us and we can discuss them and find the best outcome for you. Okay? Where do I submit documents at the embassies? For the D7, you submit the documents at the embassy. For the Golden Visa, you submit the documents first at Portal Ari in IMA, Portal, /Ari. You submit all the documents and then they will request for you to send the originals and they will ask for an appointment with you, okay? As I'm going through D2 entrepreneur visa, I believe by showing my other companies abroad, I'm eligible same as golden visa holder by staying 14 days here in Portugal. But what about my family, spouse and kids? When you apply for a visa, you can apply as a whole family at once. Family reunion is for those that came first. They applied for themselves first. And then after being in Portugal, then they call the family. That's when they do family reunion. For those who want to come at once with the whole family, the application is for the total family, okay? Coming together. Now, you are also eligible for a golden visa. If you have a branch, you have a company, and you do a branch in Portugal of that company where you hire 10 employees, you maintain those 10 employees for 5 years, you pay social security, taxes and whatnot, you are eligible for a golden visa as well. Okay, if you buy a company in Portugal, a commercial one that's opening activity, that's open, it's doing their activity, and you have 5 employees, you can also apply. Okay. Should I register my spouse as an employee in my abroad company? You don't need to do that, because when you apply as a first applicant and then the family. The thing that you have to be really aware when you apply for a golden visa, the money that you are investing either through the company, purchasing a company or opening a branch, needs to be in a Portuguese bank account in the name of the first applicant. Imagine you are married and you put it in the name of you and your wife or your spouse, your husband. Then the amount that it's in that bank account will be counted as 50-50 and you will not have the whole amount. So when applying for a golden visa, you have to send the money to Portugal to a bank account that it's only in the name of the first applicant of the golden visa application, okay? Did you say the D9 gives you 120 days? The D9, when approved, gives you a visa of 120 days. That visa is for you to move to Portugal and then go to your IMA appointment where you get a residency card for 2 years. At the end of those 2 years, you renew for another 3, okay? At the end of those 5 years, you renew for permanent residency. What about breach of trust, as said by the president about changes in nationality law? The breach of trust, the expectation of the citizen when moving to Portugal. If you are in the year, imagine now, you say, Maria, now, today, I have all the requirements to apply for citizenship, and because the law was approved in May, now I cannot because I only have 5 years and now I need 10. You can apply, you can go to court and say exactly that. The expectation of the citizen that moved to Portugal, counting on the 5 years of residency, okay? So I hope I have answered all the questions you sent me. I did. If you have more, put them in the comments, send me emails, I will reply to all of them. And we go from there. I hope you have enjoyed. Don't forget, hit subscribe, say you love it, and we go from there. See you next time. Bye.